Hey guys, so I've been getting a lot of questions from my followers about how to start the keto diet. Before I get started on this video, I just want to make clear that I do not have any type of nutrition licenses. I don't have a medical background. I am simply sharing with you how I got started on keto. It worked for me, but what I do ask of you is if you do want to start the keto diet, please consult with your doctor first. Make sure you have the green light before you start. So with that said, this is what I did when I started the keto diet. The first thing I did was I tested my body fat percentage, because my body fat percentage was going to be taken into account when calculating my macros. And what I have learned from doing the keto diet is that it is a very precise diet. So if it's done properly and precisely, it really worked for me. However, I have had friends who have tried the diet and they weren't doing it as precisely as they could have, and they did not go into ketosis. But then once they became very strict with it, they started seeing results immediately. So body fat percentage. If you have a scale that tests your body fat percentage, that'll work. I didn't have one at the time, so I went to my local gym and they had like a body fat machine calculator. It's called the InBody. It's like a scan, and got my body fat percentage. Then what I did was I went and I calculated my macros, your macronutrients, how many grams of fat you should be having a day, protein, and carbs. And this is very important because, again, these ratios will make or break the results on the keto diet. So you really need to make sure that you get enough fat, you don't go over your protein, and you stay under your carbs. So there are many keto calculators online. I personally really like the one under the website Ruled Me. I will provide a link for it for you. And you basically just go on there, it's free. You put in your body fat percentage, your age, your height, your weight, and whether you're male or female, and how active you are. And it will calculate for you how many grams of carbs, fat, and protein that you should be eating per day. So once I did that, I then input that information into MyFitnessPal. So MyFitnessPal is an app that helps you log the food that you eat every day and keeps track of your macros. There are many apps out there. You can use whichever one that you like. I personally like MyFitnessPal because I can just scan the barcodes for the foods that I eat, and it's just has a lot of good customizable facets to it that I like. So downloaded MyFitnessPal, and I went in and I adjusted my macros and my calorie intake per what the keto calculator had told me. So you have to manually go in and change everything manually. So I put in, this is how many calories a day I can have. Of those calories, this many grams of it can be fat, this many grams of it can be protein, and this many grams of it can be carbs. Then I bought a food scale and measuring cups and measuring spoons. This is so important. If you don't weigh your food out in the beginning and you're not super precise about the portions that you're eating and logging it into MyFitnessPal, it is very possible that you won't see as good of a result on the keto diet. Again, I've had friends that were eyeballing their portions and didn't know why they weren't going into ketosis, and I told them to go out and get a cheap food scale. You can get one off Amazon, a few measuring cups and measuring spoons, and use that. And lo and behold, once they did, about a week later, they went into ketosis. So I went out and bought those and began measuring my food. It is a little tedious in the beginning because you have to measure everything out. For those of you who work, a standard office job, you can't be doing that all day at work. So, my recommendation to you is to make sure you do all of that on your Sundays. Spend a couple hours on Sunday prepping your food, measuring everything out, putting it all into Tupperware and Ziploc bags so that you don't have to deal with it when you go to work. And that is basically what I did to begin the keto diet. Now, what foods can you eat and not eat? Well, a lot of this information is online. There's a plethora of food charts and articles on, high fat, low carb foods. And I will go ahead and make another video for you to try and go over the basics of what you can buy for your grocery list. Okay, I hope that helped.